we are locked in here. So I'm gonna call the kids, see if I can get them out of here. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to lift this up over my head. Whoops. Brooklyn! Isaiah! Guys, good afternoon. Welcome back to KC Farms. No surprise, it's quite windy here today, but it is a decent day. So I hope you can hear me. We built these John Suscovich chicken tractors a little while back. We didn't show a video on it, but man, I wish we'd have done this way back when we started meat birds. We were running kind of the Joel Salatin style, and those worked okay, but this is so much easier. Our tarp is a little bit long, but we can get that tied up at the end here. And he takes his wheels off all the time. We just leave ours on. But this has just made it so much easier to get in, feed the birds, take care of them. So we've got another one started. We're gonna finish that up here and tell you a little bit about these. So let's get going. If any of you guys have paid any attention to the price of lumber, you know it's ridiculous. So we were hesitant to get some more lumber to build another one. Well, we found a local sawmill and we've got some dimensional cut lumber. So these are actual 2x4s. You can see they're a lot bigger than the regular 2x4 that you get in the store, but this really is not that much heavier. So we've got the frame built, got the door done up here. So we just have to put some poles, the EMT conduit that they use, we got to put those up. I've got one done. And I found this from another YouTuber, and I can't remember what site it was, so sorry about that, but he uses these connectors up top, and instead of making that bend at the top, he just cuts them at 5 feet and then puts the connector on. I've got some of those here. You figure out what they're called. So it's these. These are combination to box pull elbows. And they've just got a spot for each of your connectors to go through, and then you tighten them in at the top. So that's what we're gonna start doing here. I've already got my poles cut. I've just gotta drill some more holes. I've got the 2 done there, and then we gotta go up the sides. There's 4 of these going all the way up. So let's get those put on and we'll get them screwed on here at the top. So I forgot to mention, you don't have to put a bend at the top anymore because we cut them there. But towards the bottom, you do need to make a little bend in your pipe with a 1/2-inch pipe bender. So it starts to head up to that point at the top. So there is a little bend at the bottom of each pole. And if you guys haven't seen it, he does have a book. John Suscovich has a book. I'll put a link to it down in the description if you're interested in doing that. It's got some good directions. Some of them are a little confusing, but it's kind of easy to figure out once you see the pictures. So I'll put that link down there. Let's finish getting these bars up here. Okay, not too bad. And I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but these just have screws here. So you put your pipe in, you tighten those screws down to hold them in there. And the last thing, let me see if I can get up on top. We're gonna run a, We're gonna run a bar. Calls for one of these 10-foot bars to run all the way across. And these have little screws on top, and you can get the clamps that go with them. So we've got the clamps that come up here. You just take these screws out, put your pipe, set it on top, and there's a clamp that goes over. So I'll get that put up, and then I'll show you what that looks like once that's clamped down. That definitely gives it some more stability. We are ready to go now. We've just got chicken wire. I've got 4-foot wide chicken wire. In the plans, it tells you to just come up from this bar and go over and put hardware cloth on the bottom 2 feet. But I'm gonna take the wire all the way from the bottom and just drape it all the way over the top, and we'll cover ours that way. Okay guys, didn't figure out to bore you with all that chicken wire, and let me tell you, that is a bear to get put up by yourself, but we've got it all wired in and got it around the back. We tied around the poles with the twist ties, and we've got the back wired shut, and we are almost done. I did get the door hooked up on the front with our hinges on. Went with this type of latch this time. So we are super close to having our second chicken tractor done, but we have chores to do right now, and we got other plans this evening. So all we got left is to put the tarp on and the wheels on the back, and we got some new wheels I'm excited to show you guys. So we'll get back at this another day, get it finished up, and have it out for chickens. So hey, good morning guys. We are back out. We are going to finish this chicken tractor today. All the wires finished. We just have to put the wheels on, get the pull rope on, and get our tarp on. We'll hang the feeder as well. I just wanted to show you these wheels. My wife found some more wheels. We have not used these before, but I'm excited to try these out. These are never flat wheels. We'll put a link down in the description. If you guys didn't know yet, we do have an Amazon affiliate, and if you click on that, we get a little kickback. It doesn't cost you anymore, but they give us a little kickback, so thank you for supporting the channel. We're gonna put those wheels on here. We're gonna put the rope up front and tarp on, feeder hung, and then we're gonna get some meat birds in here. So we've got them all in one right now. We're gonna get those split up, get this chicken tractor going. So let's get started and get it out as quick as we can. Well, I didn't take into account that I was using dimensional lumber, and maybe I should have got a bigger screw. But I mean, we have a little hung over. I can put another nut on there to keep it on, but you see it keeps it up off the ground just a little bit. And so I'll probably take these off at night. Although maybe I won't, because I will surround this with an electric net. But if I need to, I can take those tires off at night. But those are on pretty easy, and pretty happy about that. So let's get our tarp on, and then we will get a handle to be able to pull this thing around. Okay, pretty easy. You just take zip ties, put them through these grommets all the way up your poles to keep that tarp on. It calls for a 10 by 14 tarp. All we could find is 10 by 15 in white. You'd rather have a white tarp so it's not getting so hot. And this bottom part, I use this high tensile wire. I think it's just electric fence wire to wrap these bottom ones, and then these will kind of just flail in the wind. When it gets too hot, I can put them up and we can get a draft in here for the chicken. So I kind of like how it is a little bit longer. So tarp is up. It is really starting to come together. Maybe I should have hung the feeder first so it'd be easier to see that, but we'll get in there, we'll hang the feeder, get the pull rope on, and then we'll put chickens in it. So really excited. Really like this lumber from the lumber yard, from the sawmill, I mean, the actual 2-inch by 4-inch. It is bigger. The 1-bys are nice and thick, as you can see those, but it's just nice to shop local and support small business. We're all about that, so it's nice supporting them, especially when your 2x4s are $8 at Lowe's. So this one is a little bit heavier duty than our other one, but we'll get our pull string on, feeder hung, and we'll get this, put this chicken tractor to use. Okay, I think we are done. Time to get some chickens in it. Got an old hose here so it doesn't hurt so much on your hands when you're pulling that rope up. We got the feeder hung. All we did was we took some wire, hung it up to the roof here. I changed it out. We went with some end caps on the other one, and those were really expensive. So I just cut the wood out like he showed in the video, drilled those in, and those are actually gonna be pretty awesome. I'm happy with those. I should have done that on the other one. We got the trough done, and all we need is chickens now. So we're gonna take it out next to our other one, starting our little army of chicken tractors, and we're gonna put some meat birds in it. So let's get it back there. Okay, well, we got it in place. It actually isn't too bad to move. Obviously, you move these a spot at a time each day, not across your whole property every day, so it shouldn't be hard at all. We'll probably have to adjust the trough height in there. We're gonna take some of the birds out of here, and we'll probably be butchering some this Saturday. So I'm gonna grab some of the smaller ones, and I'm gonna put them in this one, let them grow out a little bit more. So let's start grabbing some meat birds. All right, well, we put 15 of the smaller ones in. Mostly females are in here. There's a couple males that have grown a little bit smaller, but this is nice to have them. It's not such a cluster. I think they say about 30 birds you can put in these. We had over 30, but it was fine because it was cold out, so that was all right with us. So these guys got their own space now. They'll be able to grow out a little bit better, not as crazy at the feeder. So guys, if you've run different chicken tractors, we've run the Joel Salatin. This is the John Suscovich. This one is so much easier. I wish we'd have built this at first. We weren't sure which way direction we wanted to go, so we went with the other style. But this is so much more convenient to get in and out of, to feed, water. We just really enjoy this style. So we'll be building more of these. When we don't have meat birds, we can use them for baby chicks. We could put egg layers in here if we want to pick out some certain breeders that we want to make sure they're breeding and hatch those eggs. So we'll build more of these. They've got a lot of uses. We've got a lot of ducks. We can put ducks in these and move them every day instead of having a permanent quack shack. So really excited about these. Glad you guys have followed us along. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and we'll check you on the next video. FYI, I used the gate latch and I am locked in here, and I'm pretty sure the kids are in the house. So make sure you install the opener so you don't get locked in here. But we are locked in here, so I'm gonna call the kids, see if I can get them out of here. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to lift this up over my head. Whoops. Brooklyn! Isaiah! Well, I'm definitely gonna make sure I drill the hole and latch the key. There's my savior. Thank you, bud.
You're welcome. Why do you keep on getting locked to
Thank
the
you,
chicken
guys.
coop? You're welcome.
Well, I didn't mean to. I had to feed them, and then the wind blew the door shut. All right, go ahead and close them up.